lot of these. I got a lot of this. But in the little yellow
Apparently they don't come easily.
This is short.
Why?
Short is
I always get the dog rushes that.
You can walk on this side because move this down too.
And Mary,
No, people don't walk around it. There should be some synchronicity.
I go since we don't want
She moved it down.
But that was a smaller picture. I'll just nice it next to the last Yeah. Front section.
Yeah, we lost her somewhere.
Oh my god. She's literally 20.
Wow, he came back.
He must actually love me later.
She's a baby, huh? There's some in a bowl. Make sure you guys call it back yourself. Somebody will meet you outside. It's the front door. Why are you picking up the little cloud?
I want to get this big guy.
Let's shift over here. Let's shift over. Open
Are you not dropping the stems in there? Good. That like something in the store.
More stuff up every time.
I like the yellow, like a lemonade.
Yeah, she's like, both of her twins.
The flower door too. Our name's called Deborah.
Why are you putting the pollen into the no, don't do that.
The pollen.
Don't you want to sneeze everywhere?
Yeah.
No.
Well, there's gonna be a lot of pollen.
Okay, make sure we're picking up the flowers. I like this
I can literally do this. How do I feel like you're behind me? Saddest one? Oh my god, the saddest one. It's crying. My mom is yes, tears. Look here.
She's up now. Oh.
over here. And then anything from the computer should be over here. So make a piece of this one is really, I'll give it to you.
The little. After this, I'll go to Daddy's house and eat them. Nobody's allowed. Well, Sean will always be down to annoy, so they won't have to do the thing. You cut.
No, that's too hard. Careful, careful. You all have
A lot of these yellow ones. What's the worst of flowers?
Oh, good. Yeah, okay.
What's the worst of flowers? Oh, I have to do it. Oh, you got that. Why there's a lot of big red ones? I think this is red one.
Yeah.
Stop.
You want to see the three?
Oh, look. Isn't Jasmine in the front of it? They're here. They're not done.
You guys can hold it.
Give it to this.
Not right now, not right now.
I'll take this one. I'll take this one. We've all got those. I know the faster way to do this. And then are you, wait, are we? I don't want to get thorns.
That's good. Hey guys, pick up all us and check it out.
Excuse me, everybody, start taking seats. Thank you.
have to come on that side.
Yeah, we.
Just say we're going to start. Okay.
Shri Gurubhyo Namah Chidayi Namaha Nandayi Namaha Govindayi Namaha. देवतायै प्रीत्यर्थं पवित्रवाणीः पवित्रं दत्वा
Just now. Hello, everyone. I'm Gaten. This is Jay. This is my daughter Soleil. We are the grandsons and great grandsons of Balram Mehta, my Dadaji. Throughout this morning, you're going to be hearing stories of Dadaji. You'll be hearing stories about his life, the things he's accomplished, and the lives he has touched and helped shape. He truly was a remarkable man, from escaping on a train as a young boy from the newly formed Pakistan, well, that surrounded him, during his time during the India-Pakistan split, to immigrating to the U.S. As an adult for more opportunity. Dadaji had a wealth of knowledge and experience behind his ever-smiling eyes. I encourage you all to find me and tell me your favorite Dadaji story. Today's itinerary is as follows. First, there'll be the Antashdeep, or last rites. They'll last roughly about 45 minutes. Speeches from family members will follow. There will then be a Sangat performed, after which I invite you to place flowers and pay respect. From 11:30 to 1:30, we'll have prasad, or lunch, that will be served. And Dadaji loved food, so we encourage you all to please stay and eat. Thank you all again for being here. We'll now get started with lunch.
ब्रह्मदेवतायै प्रीत्यर्थम् इष्टदेवतायै प्रीत्यर्थम् कुलदेवतायै प्रीत्यर्थम् च आरम्भणदेवतायै नमो नमः। शुभे देवतायै प्रीत्यर्थम् ब्रह्मदेवायै नमो नमः। ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु। ओम देवतायै नमो नमः। शुभदेवतायै नमो नमः। राज्ञायै नमो नमः। अच्युतायै नमो नमः। दोक्षदायै नमो नमः। लोकपूजितायै नमो नमः। लोकगुरवे नमो नमः। ये तन प्रेध भूतात्मा देवता प्रीत्यर्थं च अंतिम संस्कार देवतायै नमो नमः। पवित्र देवतायै प्रीत्यर्थम् इष्टदेवतायै प्रीत्यर्थम् कुलदेवतायै नमो नमः। ब्रह्मैसा पूजयामि। देवा अग्रे तदब्रुवन् इन्द्रो भूत्वानां प्रगते करोति जाधे एष्वः। महा पवित्रदेवतायै प्रीत्यर्थं कुशदेवतायै पवित्रैः पूजयामि। पवित्रदेवतात् पवित्रकारकायै महापवित्रदेवतायै नमो नमः। ब्रह्मदेवार्पणमस्तु। ब्रह्मैतः प्रेधात्मा आगम्यता। प्रेतदेवतायै नमः। कृत्यदेवतायै नमः। शान्तिदेवतायै नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मदेवतायै प्रीत्यर्थम् इष्टदेवतायै प्रीत्यर्थम् कुलदेवतायै प्रीत्यर्थं च गंगादेवतायै नमो नमः। ब्रह्मो देवानां गंगादेवतायै नमो नमः प्रेधात्मा शुद्धीकरणार्थं गंगादेवतायै नमो नमः गंगो देवानां मृगते करोति जाधेश्वः गंगादेवतायै नमः तृप्तिदेवतायै नमो नमः शान्तिदेवतायै नमो नमः सकलदेवतायै नमो नमः तुलसीदेवतायै प्रीत्यर्थं सवित्रदेवतायै नमो नमः ओम तुलसी दल देवानां तुलसी देवनाशते तुलसी बिल्वपत्रैश्च महादेवो नमोस्तुते पूजनार्थम् इदं गृह्यं देवदेवां नमोस्तुते राज्ञो देवतां तुभ्यं पूजनार्थे गृहे गृहे करमध्ये च गोविन्दे महादेवो नमोस्तुते एतन् महावाच्यार्थं तुलसी देवतां समर्पयामि तुलसी सह के तुलसी देवतायै शुद्धीकरणार्थं तुलसी देवम् आवाहयामि ओम भूस्वस्ति भुवस्वस्ति सुवस्वस्ति तुलसी देवात्मकायै नमो नमः पुष्पैः सह पूजयामि पुष्पदेवतायै अलंकारार्थे अलंकार ओम देवा अग्रे तदब्रुवन् इंद्रो भूत्वानां मृगते करोति जाधेश्वः अग्ने विदतमन्तरान् ब्रह्मो वैवा आप्नोति ब्रह्मणस्पते द्यावा मृगते करोति महारुद्र भूम्यां प्रेधात्मा पुष्पमालां समर्पयामि पुष्पैः सह पूजयामि from the Almighty Shiva. We are starting from the move then afterwards the chest, afterwards the thigh, afterwards Om Devah Agni Pragati Jadeshvah Agni Vidatane Namo Brahmane प्रगते करोति प्रेधात्मा शुद्धीकरणार्थं तिलदेवतायै तिलोदकायै महापुरुषायै नमो नमः ब्रह्मै सह ब्रह्मो वै देवता प्रगतिं करोति जाधेश्वः अग्ने विदतमन्तरान् ब्रह्मो वै वा आप्नोति ब्रह्मदेवार्पणमस्तु ज्येष्ठस्य पदिना वया यूयं बाधस्वस्तिभिः स्वदानः अग्ने विदतमन्धरान् ब्रह्मो वैवा आप्नोति ब्रह्मणस्पते द्यावा देवता प्रगतिं करोति पुष्पदेवतायै प्रीत्यर्थं महादेवतायै ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु अन्तिम संस्कार देवता प्रीत्यर्थं एतन देवतायै महाब्रह्मदेवार्पणमस्तु इष्टदेवार्पणमस्तु कुलदेवार्पणमस्तु चंदनाकार देवतायै नमो नमः। ओम अक्षतो देवदेवानां देवैः सह देवतां पूजनार्थे इदं तुभ्यं महादेवो नमोऽस्तुते रक्षणार्थम् इदं तुभ्यं देवदेवो नमोऽस्तुते एतन प्रेद संस्कारात्मा प्रीत्यर्थं महाब्रह्मदेवतायै प्रीत्यर्थम् इष्टदेवतायै प्रीत्यर्थम् एतन अंतिम भोजनं समर्पयामि भोजनदेवतायै नमो नमः। अंतिम भोजनार्थे भोजनदेवतायै नमो नमः। ओम धर्मपत्नी देवतायै पतिदेवता अंतिम भोजनं समर्पयामि भोजन देवतायै प्रीत्यर्थं धर्मपत्नी साकं महा अंतिम भोजनं हृदये उदरे महाजानु मध्ये महादेवतायै प्रीत्यर्थं नानाविधदेवतायै मंगलदेवतायै अवाप्यर्थम् एतन अंतिम भोजनं च समर्पयामि देवा अग्रे तदब्रुवन् इन्द्रो भूत्वा नाम प्रगते करोति जाधेश्वः अग्ने हृदयमन्धरान् ब्रह्मो वैवा आप्नोति ब्रह्मणस्पते यावा देवता प्रगतिं करोति अग्निदेवतायै प्रीत्यर्थं नानादेवतायै प्रीत्यर्थं सुमंगल फलदेवतायै नमो नमः इंद्रदिग्देवतायै नमो नमः। ओम नारीकेलसमुद्भूतो नारीदेवो नमोऽस्तुते केलनार्थम् इदं तुभ्यं महादेवो नमोऽस्तुते ब्रह्मवैवर्त्यतां तुभ्यं पूजनार्थे गृहे गृहे करमध्ये च गोविन्दे महादेवो नमोऽस्तुते इष्टदेवतां तुभ्यं पूजनार्थे गृहे गृहे प्राज्ञदेवामिदं तुभ्यं पूजनार्थे गृहे गृहे मूर्धन्यनाडिद्वारेण महामूर्धन्यदेवतायै प्रीत्यर्थं मूर्धन्यदेवतायै नमो नमः। ओम प्रार्थना पूर्वक देवतायै नमो नमः सुमंगलायै नमो नमः राज्ञायै नमो नमः शुद्धीकरणार्थं च एतन महादेवता प्रीत्यर्थं शुद्धिदेवतायै नमो नमः। आयातु पितरः सोम्यातः पृथिवी देवयानैः दीर्घायञ्च तदरायञ्च एतन शिवदेवतायै प्रीत्यर्थं प्रेदात्मा आवाहयामि प्रेदात्मा आवाहयामि प्रेदात्मा आवाहयामि। गोत्र का तीन लोग को गोत्र बोलकर नाम पिताजी का नाम, दादाजी का नाम, उसके उम्र पता कर लीजिए। अब नहीं ये जो एतने भार्गव गोत्रोद्भवस्य एतने शर्मणः मधुराधाचम्बा शर्मणः महादेवता प्रीत्यर्थं रामगत्री देवी प्रीत्यर्थं च एतने पितुः पितामह प्रपितामहानां प्रेतात्मा संस्कारात् एतने महाकैलासपर्वते विद्यमान महादेवतायै शिवदेवतायै प्रीत्यर्थं शिवं ध्यायामि अवायितदेवतायै नमो नमः अक्षद तृप्त्यर्थं एतन तृप्यताम् ओम पितृभ्यः पितृभ्यः सुदेभ्यः पितृभ्यः पितृभ्यः सुदेभ्यः पितृभ्यः पितृभ्यः गणेभ्यः देवता प्रीत्यर्थं पितुः उद्दिश्य क्रियमाण देवतायै पितृदेवतायै नमो नमः गोरेभ्यो गोरतरेभ्यः रुद्रेभ्यो रुद्रेभ्यो रुद्रधरेभ्यः तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो तत्पुरुष प्रचोदयात् इंद्रदेवता प्रीत्यर्थम् इष्टदेवता प्रीत्यर्थं कुलदेवता प्रीत्यर्थं च ब्रह्मदेवतायै नमो नमः महाब्रह्म देवता प्रीत्यर्थं एतन शुद्धि कुशक देवतायै नमो नमः ओम शिरसो देवता ऊर्च मध्ये महाब्रह्मम् अवागयामि ओम ऊर्च मध्ये महाहृदये महा अग्निम् अवागयामि एतन पादमध्ये महाब्रह्मा विष्णु शिरसिम् अवागयामि ओम अग्निदेवतायै नमो नमः अग्निं प्रतिष्ठाप्य अग्निदेवानां प्रगते करोति जाधेश्वः अग्ने विदतमन्तरान् ब्रह्मो वैपाप्नोति ब्रह्मणस्पते यावा देवता प्रगतिं करोति अग्ने विदतमन्तरान् ब्रह्मो वैपाप्नोति ब्रह्मणस्पते यावा देवता अग्निदेवतायै अग्निं प्रतिष्ठाप्य अग्निदेवतायै अग्निं प्रतिष्ठाप्य महादेवतायै अग्निदेवतायै अग्निं प्रतिष्ठाप्य चन्दनाकार देवतायै नमो नमः चन्दनाकार देवतायै नमो नमः गन्धद्वारान्धुरादर्शा नित्यपुष्टाङ्गरीषिणी ईश्वरी सर्वभूतानां स्वामी गोवत्य ये श्रियं श्रीर्मे भजतु अलक्ष्मीर्मे नश्यतु महागंगा देवता प्रीत्यर्थम् उद्यमान महादेवतायै नमो नमः। अरण्य देवतायै प्रीत्यर्थम् इष्टदेवतायै प्रीत्यर्थम् कुलदेवतायै प्रीत्यर्थं च महाब्रह्मदेवार्पणमस्तु। वह चंदन देवतायै नमो नमः। इष्टदेवतायै नमो नमः। कुलदेवतायै नमो नमः। अग्ने विदतमन्तरान् ब्रह्मो वैपाप्नोति एतन् प्रेदात्मा शुद्धीकरणार्थं यथा देवता हृदय आत्म शुद्धि प्रीत्यर्थं च चंदन तिल अक्षद तुलसी सहितेन महाहृदयं ध्यायामि विष्णुदेवं आवाहयामि। तुलसी देवतायै विष्णुप्रीत्यर्थं विष्णुं आवाहयामि। गृहलक्ष्मी प्रीत्यर्थं गृहदेवतायै नमो नमः। चंदन देवतायै प्रीत्यर्थं नानाविध चंदन देवतायै नमो नमः। पुष्पैः सह पूजयामि। ब्रह्मदेवतायै नमो नमः। सुमंगलायै नमो नमः। राज्ञायै नमो नमः। The procedure follows the same. If the family members first, afterwards the lineage of the grandparents, grandchildren, so if they interested, they can place the flower. Once it's all done, it's open to all for the relatives, the friends. After finishing these flowers, if anybody interested, you can.
Okay, you know afterwards.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Rajesh. I'm the oldest son. Well, we'd just like to say a few words while you guys introduce him on my father. Our father had a good life. He also made sure that we had one too. As people who've known my dad, he was easygoing, low-key, and accommodating. We knew he had health issues. And at times, visibly in extreme discomfort. His standard response to our concern and question, "How are you feeling?" He will say, "Fine, everything is good, no problem." Even though his extremities would exhibit a different conduct. Low-key, never complaining. My dad came from a large family of 4 brothers and 5 sisters. From traditional India, as my son mentioned, during the Pakistan migration period. Only his younger brother remains, who's on the picture, and who himself just turned 90. And they both remain close. Dad was savvy. He knew what was good for his family. In 1966, he migrated to America with the help of my Christian uncle, his younger brother, to America to give us a better opportunity for a better life. And it has worked. As we're growing up, Dad liked cookouts, picnics, and socializing with friends. He would enjoy company and playing team party cards. I mean, that's traditional Indian poker. He loved watching sports on TV, regardless of what it was. He really got into it. We loved to watch him, his facial expressions, and his hand-leg movements. He was a role model for interactive sports. How it all started. Boxing was the best. To watch a boxing fight, it was, and that's, I think, created the interactive stove models. The key thing was he had a keen eye for judgment of people's character and understand what's ahead. When our birth mother passed away at a very young age, in the mid-50s, he had the foresight and wisdom to pick a life partner, and our second mother, who our kids called Dadima, and us older children call Auntie. And so those we don't believe he could have found a better life partner, and we were blessed with a loving sister in Rugal. During the past 32 years, our dad's life was filled with love, nurturing, and emotional support. He had health issues, but our second mom took care of him and with love and affection. Dad leaves behind a legacy of successful siblings, their spouses, and their grandkids that have become professional doctors, engineers, IT businessman, and so forth. The legacy is amazing. Our growing and extended family was very fortunate and benefited with the choices our father made. We will continue to follow his path of caring, compassion, and setting up examples for us, for the kids to follow. We will miss him, and we love you, Dad. Thank you.
Chat GPT to that. You already copied my. I'm going to start with, old school also. Papre, papre, papre. How many people know that? Ramji, Ramji. How many kids know that? Okay, I'm going to point to one person, Patty Shuckle. And Auntie, Gabi Kana Biliga. That is the words I've always remembered my father. Growing up, old school, there'd be a phone call. Yes, Balram Mehta. M-E-H-T-A. 45 years later, M-E-H-T-A. Still doing it on the phone. Yeah, tough. The smile, the thank, always saying thank you, even the last few weeks. Mm-hmm. Complete pain, they're moving in, he's screaming out. Goes from one bed to a chair. Thank you, thank you. To the people that it was a horrific place we were at also, but he was thanking everybody there, which is fucking amazing. I'm fine. I think it's, what I didn't get from him, which I wish I did, was the calm. The ability to just, like, nothing effing fazed him. That's it, period. And that's what I remember from my father. The politeness, which I didn't get either. But anyway, somebody's got it. Nicest human being ever. It's going to be hard for our son, us guys, so you can come close to what he's done in his life. Everyone was his friend. And of course, Roger mentioned some of this stuff when he copied mine text. He loved good food, of course, friends, especially with their friends in Elmira. Many who have passed in, which you will join and start playing cards up there, I hope, somehow. One thing Dad liked, which all of us really like to do too, is this maneuver. With a comb all day long. No hair, but still comb. Just look at it. So, yeah, that was cool. That was really cool. Yeah, clothes. You never found him not fully ironed. Just like, well, me and him, he's okay. Never. The shoes polished. I mean, just going up and just watching. And, you know, there are things he would do that now I finally figured out. Like even when he took a pair of socks, take the socks, you pick up every pair of socks and let no, just shake it, shake it, shake it. Now I realize why he did that. I live in San Francisco now, and we are just full of ants everywhere I go. Growing up in Madon and wherever he was in Delhi, dude, there were ants everywhere, meaning more animals. So he would do this, and I figured out that's why he did it. His clothes, he takes his pants off, puts them away, he shakes it. And I'm starting to do some of that too.
I think he was just worried that you wore the socks before.
Of course, you mentioned some of the favorite things with boxing and tennis, right? You know, he loved to, yeah. But these are the positives. I'm going to get some negatives. He wasn't as good as you think he is. We're going to get to that too. He wasn't the GOAT. The GOAT is sitting right there, the greatest of all time on team, which he's done. All right. He loved his scotch, beer, and wine. Of course, we all do that. That passed on pretty much here. Over there. Rube especially. This guy, oh my God. Best part of him was, he said Romy did the best barbecues. He hated it, but he had to make him feel good. That was his thing. Years and years of these kids.
He was a good player. He's a good poker player.
It's like a happy hour. You know, he lived with us for a couple of years, and every time he visited, my friends would come over. It was happy hour every day. I mean, it was the best time. Anytime he came in, 7 days a week. You know, I went up 220 pounds, heart diseases, but he was there eating, we were eating 3 meals a day. And I hate to say this, but every meal that we had at our house was amazing. It's what a prisoner would want at death row. What's your last meal? I had it 3 days a week, 3 times a week. Whatever, 220, 240. Anyway, well that's the life of him and when he was living with us. I think what also Dad liked to do more than anything else was pick on Auntie. Right? Of course, with the food. So, you know, it was nonstop, but it was fun to watch, and it was just happening all day long. And she, of course, would push back a lot too. They argued quite a bit. Nothing like our wives. We don't do any of that. We didn't pass on that. All right, look at that. This is what Dad hated. Okay, now this is serious stuff now. He hated birthday parties. You guys all think he liked to go to your kids' birthday parties? He hated it. Oh, he hated it. The biggest reason is because he had to go buy a present. So I learned that from him right now. That's why I'm not here a lot. But anyway, and he hated, okay, some of you guys are going to, well, I'm going to go to the second one. Rishi, I saw Rishi running this morning at 6 o'clock in the morning. I went to pick her up at the airport. He's out there doing this. You will never see my dad exercising ever. Ever. Right? Then he also, and all the pet owners here, he absolutely hated dogs. Just want to let you know that. You see stuff on TV, and it would be like, what the heck they're doing? Anybody know the SPCA commercials, any commercial that had to do with dogs? He would just go, what is that? Why are they wasting money? You know, he just couldn't get that through his head. Like people spent money on dogs. That I got with him. He was like, yes, Sage overcame and say that yesterday. You. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now let's get down to childhood and how well he raised us. These are the negatives. Okay. Right. Let's see. We all played sports. Never came to one sports game. Right. Our kids are there. They have to change 3 sneakers, bring 4 people to go in. Right. Okay. He never did any of that. PTA. School, what do you call those things? Teachers' conferences. Didn't give a f. Sorry, I know I gotta apologize. I'm just like keep it somewhere. I just can't. And by the way, why did he go first? Because he said that he liked him first. Best.
Yeah, I'm the best. Yeah, why do you go first? Why do you go first? He was always his favorite.
This is not right. Oldest brother automatically goes first, right?
Is there a 5-minute limit?
No, I thought 50 minutes. I put another 0 behind. I'm so sorry. 5 or 50? Oh, okay. I got the number. Hit the buzzer. Okay, wait, quick, I'm done. Okay, he never, ever talked about how we were doing, how we felt emotionally, right? You use your back end. That's how you felt. Right after that, you felt okay. Or you get another one. So there was none of that emotional, whatever you guys do with dogs and the psychiatrists and all that work. Yeah, that was our communication. Smack in the head. Yeah. Again, yeah, one thing he did do, which was amazing, the way he was able to fix anything in the world, right? Anything. And boy, that did not pass on to us. And I think where's Monica? Yeah. Your dad, just maybe 6 months ago, said to me, he remembers that I used to drive from Elmira to Rochester, from Rochester to Elmira. He told us how to put gas in the car, but he never told us that you put oil in the car, too. 2 cars burned out. And your dad will tell you that. The other goes, yeah, he laughs about it now. I don't believe he just said it to us, to me at least, that, more money like that, yeah. Of course, they were on our forward, yeah. Oh, one last thing.
The restaurant?
Which was that?
We ran the restaurant business. We had a restaurant business for a while, too. And Dad was, being politely, very meticulous. So, room filled full of people, everything just, 100 people outside waiting for something. He would take forever to make a salad, to make a mango lesson.
Yeah, and he was the bartending also and cashier. That wasn't his.
No.
Okay, he was never scared of anything. Do anything, anytime. We, of course, are scared of everything in the world. Ants, bugs, this, that. We can't look in a mirror without screaming. Anything. Birds, that one. Yeah, so that was one thing that didn't get passed on from our dad. Yeah, all right, that's one last thing. I'm sorry, wrapping it up. Oh, memories. So we all gonna have memories, right?
Yeah.
I would travel, come back home. Sometimes Auntie would come, but Dad would come. But you knew when you were home when you left that airport, walked into that car. Holy fuck! It just that smell of curry was just home cooking. And I used to complain all the time. What the dude? Wash the car or something, But anyway, that was what we did. I do. Some memories, cross-country trip with my dad. I was 30 years old, he was 60 years old, went across the country and had a really good time. I remember that. Again, Raj mentioned this, but just growing up in Elmira, how difficult life must have been for him, before all the political correctness and the bullying and all that. Just to be there, with 6 or 7 other families, and we went to, school there, and it was very, yeah, it was not easy. But yeah, I'll cut it. You go ahead. I think I said everything.
Yeah, thank you. I think we're good. No, just on the exercise thing. I remember when when I was younger, I said, hey, let's go for a bike ride. He goes, I've rode bikes for 20 years in India. There's no freaking way I'm going to get a bike again. You know, just the whole thing. He was very, he didn't pull punches. So he didn't like something, he'd let you know.
The Romy got away the most, I think. He was the worst. Okay.
We're in the church, you're saying the F-bomb, everything's like,
It's just nerves. Just makes you comfortable. Can you do the F-bomb? I didn't say he banned something, so this is a church. All right. You want something? Come on. Talk about your life with my engaged child. Good job.
But is it
Daddy,
sad?
he was always mean to them. He never yelled at me. Never once. So I used to always say, Dad, you're mean to me with Mom. She always gets mad at me. Never once. If I did something wrong, a week later or 10 days later, calmly driving me to school, he would tell me what was the wrong thing I did. Never yelled. And before I got married, I did not know any cooking. Some of my friends are here, they think I'm a great cook because I've seen them cooking. But both of our parents, they love cooking so much that I never learned cooking. I didn't need to. But I picked it up because I was his daughter. And now I cook it. He was the best dad.
Yes.
He was
The best dad.
whatever we are, all of us are because him and many generations that he brought.
Any kids want to say something next?
Yeah, sure.
yeah, you got 2 minutes each.
What are you laughing about?
That was a tough act to follow. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Shivani, Dadaji's first grandchild and daughter of Raj and Rashmi. Not only was I the first grandchild, but at that time, the first girl of the family of 3 Mehta sons. I had the Mehta men wrapped around my finger. However, as the family grew, Dadaji managed to get all the grandkids wrapped around his finger. Anyone that's met Dadaji knows that he loves kids, and kids loved him. It didn't matter if he was tired or not feeling well, his face would light up when everyone was around him. They say kids gravitate towards positive energy, and Dadaji gave out that vibe. He made everyone feel safe and comfortable. It's never easy to say goodbye, but I know Dadaji will live in each and every one of us when we make sure our guests have a beverage in their hand, namkeen and nuts on the table, and the game on the TV. We love you, Dadaji. We are grateful for the love and blessings that you've given us over the years.
I take a little bit after Yogi Chacha. I will not drop any curse language, but it wouldn't be a gathering with our family if we didn't talk about the joy that Dadaji brought. My name is Rija, but Dadaji called me Batty Shako. And for those of you who know what that means, it means the most beautiful girl in the world. It does mean ugly face. And in the couple first days of my life, Dadaji taught me my first lesson in humility. But I just want to remind everyone how Dadaji made us smile. And he did that in the easiest ways. He just laughed. That's all he had to do. He literally laughed, and you can see in these photos, the smile went to his eyes. Didn't matter what it was. Could have been a sports match, FaceTiming his grandkids, or calling me ugly face. He always laughed, and everybody else laughed with him. Number 2, he danced. There wasn't a dance floor that Dadaji didn't demolish. He was a fantastic dancer. He had the rhythm, and I think a lot of our grandkids took after that. He ate food. That sounds simple, but he loved food, and all of the grandchildren have videos of him eating food. That's it. He's eating a cookie and he's happy, or he's drinking chai or slurping some dal. Dadaji loved food, and it made us happy. And he told stories. Stories that I can't say in front of them. But they're stories that would make them embarrassed. And so find us later, I'll tell you them. So he laughed, he danced, he ate food, and he told stories. So Dadaji lived. And Dadima, you kept him living. Because of you, we all know what unconditional love for a husband is. We're so thankful for that. So your grandchildren love you, and we love you, Dadaji. And in Dadaji's footsteps, we will all live.
I'm Sejal. I'm the eldest daughter of Balram Mehta. This is Nikki and Kaylin, my younger sisters. Like Vijay was saying, Dadaji liked to tell stories, and over the past couple of years that we've been able to spend more time with him, he's opened up more about his life in India and his move to the U.S. And from these stories, we learned his life was full of adventures, hardships, perseverance, and unconditional love. Like others had said, during the partitioning, he was only 15, and he told us that he spent 3 days in an overhead luggage storage traveling to India while his home burned down. And then he came into adulthood in India, where he married and had my dad and his 2 brothers. In the 60s, he made the brave decision to move to Elmira with his family, and he worked at Kodak until he retired to support his wife and 3 kids. Then my first grandma, Kailash, tragically passed away. Anyone else would have closed their heart and their home to love, but not Dadaji. He remarried to my Dadima, Santosh, and he welcomed her and her daughter into the family, blessing the family with even more love. With all he's endured and achieved in his life, he's never complained, and he always has a smile on his face.
Hi, I'm Nikki. I'm the youngest. You were the inspiration to our parents that motivated them to always work hard and appreciate the small moments in life. We see Dadaji and our dad so much, not just in the way that they sit on the couch the exact same way, but in his determination and selflessness to help anyone. We grew up hearing stories about how Mario and Mike, 2 of our dad's friends, would come to Dadaji's house just to eat and talk for hours, and now it's honestly become a running joke in our house with our friends that they can come anytime and get hot food and a beer just like Dadaji.
No one ever comes into Dadaji's life and leaves without a full heart and lifelong family. As the Mehta family gets bigger and bigger, I get sad sometimes when I think of how I won't hear the laugh of future Mehta kids bouncing on Dadaji's knees as he chants Tell Mehta Glory tick tick tick. But I know he has 4 kids, 11 grandkids, 3 great grandkids that can recite the chant by heart. We hope to continue your amazing legacy and make you proud.
Hi, I'm Shayna. I'm the daughter of the second, sorry, different name up here. Yogi's the oldest daughter, and this is Nina. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about memories I had with Dadaji. Oh my God. No, I got it. So
When Nina and I were in elementary school and my parents were working in their busy practice, Daddy and Dadaji would come and spend time with us and take care of us. They left Rochester because it was way too cold and Daddy and Dadaji wanted to get out of those winters. I remember Dadaji would pick up Nina and I from school in our dark green minivan and drive us home. He would never say anything in the car unless maybe when we were yelling or I was beating her up and he would just say, stop it, and we would stop immediately. I remember Dadaji as being the best after-school snack maker. He would cut up cucumbers and sprinkle salt and pepper, no skin on the cucumbers, of course, and make the best cheesy bread. And then I remember Dadaji coming to my basketball games. My dad used to always say, growing up, Dadaji never came to any of my sporting events, and now he's coming to all yours. I would just tell my dad it was because I was a better athlete than him, and a better basketball player. I also remember Dadaji was there for the highlights of my college career. Even though he might have not known who won or lost the game, he was sitting right there for my 1,000 points when I scored at Colgate, and he was there walking me on the court at my senior night. I want to be like Dadaji when I grow up. I want to embody his kindness, his happiness, and his ability to bring people together. I'm thankful for having Dadaji. I'm thankful for having Dadaji around when I was growing up. And I think he's helped shape me into who I am today. I think I'm going to miss his infectious laugh the most. I also want to thank Daddy Ma for taking such good care of him these last couple of years and for keeping him around for as long as he has been. Sorry. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Monica. My dad, uncle's younger brother. By 2 years, he's 90, but I don't know how he did this, but he found a way to text me a few words because he wanted to be here. He can't travel. So I'm going to read them verbatim. I don't know if they're grammatically correct, but it's from his heart. From my dad. Please forgive me for being brief to talk about my brother's 92 years of his meritorious and glorious life. My brother, who was 2 years older than me, was affectionately called Ballo. Ballo. Yeah, Ballo. By all our family members. We both were born in 1932 and 1934 in Pakistan. We always had so much fun, laughter, and were up to trouble in our childhood. Then we went through many stages in our life. Firstly, he was extremely caring and protective of me from all the strong bullies. Secondly, he was everyone's good friend, sharing and enjoying life to the fullest. Thirdly, we were rivals. He was very handsome and a Don Juan amongst all our family and friends. All the most beautiful girls always selected him first, and they completely ignored me. He was always a favorite within the family because he was so well-mannered and helpful. I, on the other hand, was very naughty, was punished, and blamed for everything, being the big culprit. He's watching also, so I hope I'm doing this right. My brother was the most generous, most kindest person I knew, and had the biggest heart. He once was so happy and excited and bought a neon bicycle and cruised around town, but then gave that bike to his friend because he needed it. My brother had no ill will for anyone, but goodwill for all. In his life, he was a saint and had a very blessed life, and will always be remembered on earth, but I know he's in heaven. But I won't take up too much time, but I remember Uncle, like 8 years old. He was the man of extraordinary kindness and had such a zest for life that was infectious. And he had the biggest hands, and I would play with his veins that would always pop. I was very fascinated with that. But he found so much joy in the simple things in life but most importantly, his whole family. I remember my mom would say, like, what did she call that? JG. So I would say, hi, JG. And then my dad would be like, oh, Balram's coming over. Balram's here, would you like to eat something? And like, oh no. And then they'd call him Ballo. And I'd say, oh, hi, Ballo. And they like, just call him Uncle. And I remember thinking, man, this man is so important. He has so many names. But truly, he was the richest man I knew because he had all of you. I think that rhymes. But I feel he's still here because his spirit still shines bright in all of you. He truly was a gift to us all. And Auntie, man, you took such good care of him for so long. The number of alupraktas you must have made that man is awe-inspiring. So, anyway, we will miss him deeply in our hearts, and we love you.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. My mom is Rupal. I'm the middle child, basically. Ever since Nani and Nanaji moved to North Carolina, we were able to spend so much more time with him and develop even more meaningful memories that will last a lifetime for us. Being the youngest grandchildren, Simran, Ishan, and I, we're not able to spend as much time with Nanaji, but we are so thankful to have had that opportunity to spend each day with him. One of my favorite memories with Nanaji is every time I would come and see him, which was basically almost every day, I would observe Nani, and she would always say, "Mat this up, do this, mat this up, do that." And so I started calling him Mat this up, not knowing what it meant. And another time, when every time I would come inside, Nanaji would always greet me. He would always give me a hug and say, "Thank you, beta, thank you, beta." He would always have a smile on his face. He might have not known which grandchild I was, but he recognized my face, which means like the most to me. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Simran. I'm the eldest. So my favorite memories with Nanaji was either watching Deal or No Deal or WWE matches. He loved those. And also, one of the best memories I have with Nanaji was when we had him during 2020 in COVID time. He stayed with us, and I also at the time got our dog Bruno. And Nanaji Bruno figured out that Nanaji would like eat food like kind of slow, so Bruno would be right under Nanaji when he ate, and Nanaji would drop food, and Bruno would eat it up. And then later I saw this, I was like, okay, it's happening, and then I went over to see, and Nanaji gave Bruno a whole chicken bone. I was like, Nanaji,
How's that for not liking dogs?
But Nanaji always had a smile on his face, and he always greeted us with hello, hugging him was always the best. I mean, he was just full of happiness and joy, and I just want to be happy like him always, even every day, you know. He was always never complaining and everything. Yeah.
Thank you again.
Everybody. It's a mixed feeling. Although Mr. Mehta and Mrs. Mehta are in North Carolina for a short time, but the memories they have built along with all of us are going to stay with us. Smile does not have a language. Does not matter which country, does not matter which age group. Smile can be communicated. Mr. Mehta was the example. Along the same lines, the softest part which is visible in our body is the tongue. At the same time, this is the hardest part, the way we use our tongue. It can bring the strangers very close, or can take away the family members away from us. Mr. and Mrs. Mehta were the perfect example of the smile and the proper usage of the tongue. They were the role model for most of us to follow. My salute to Mrs. Mehta, and my salute to Mr. Mehta, the way he loved her, the way she served and the way he loved were an example. I wish the very best, and I pray that this family continue with the same love, and hopefully I'll get to see all of you in the future also in North Carolina. I remember just a week before he passed away, when he came from nursing home to house, and I visited their home, and he was not eating the medicine. Mrs. Mehta was trying to give him the medicine, but he was just not take it. And Mrs. Mehta asked me if I can try. So when I was trying to give him the medicine, luckily it's fortunate that he was in his senses. Not all the people are in the full senses towards the end. So when I'll try to give him the medicine, he will say, "Tu inankar." So he was able to recognize me. He was able to recognize that he was connecting with God, and he was communicating that I don't want it. Doesn't matter what, smile was always there on the face. There's not even a single time when I looked at him or single conversation I had with him, the smile was knitted along with the conversation. So I hope I can learn from him and live the life the way they both did. All right, thank you.
My name is Balram Mehta. I'm here from Rochester, New York, and I bring all the love and respect for Most Loved Mehta Sahib. When I was listening to the family and the friends, and again, I was not prepared to say anything, but Sherry ji kind of requested me. When I was listening to the family and the friends, there were quite a few common themes. The infectious smile. No matter what, whether he was in pain or he was celebrating, or just business as usual. That smile, a natural smile, was always there. It was never forced or fake smile. Same thing from Santosh Kanji. So I don't know what to say. We heard a lot, and I think everybody said, he is leaving around a beautiful, beautiful legacy. At least I can try to follow at least a bit of it. The qualities he had, what he demonstrated itself, it was, I have no words to explain. I can only pray, wish that Almighty Nirankar blesses the whole family to stay together as always, stay united, keep passing along the love and the blessings like he did. Thank you.
So at this time, if everyone would like to come up, pay respects, flowers, whatever you wish, and then we do have some food in the back, and encourage you all to stay and eat. Yeah, I think they already did some flowers. If people want to come up here.
JJ, okay. Come on.
Yeah.